Right, here with James Cox, County Chairman for Gloucestershire, and we're just going to talk a little bit about what's going on locally, how we're working for members. James, what's on the radar?
Well, obviously we've just had the recent general election, so I think one of the biggest issues now is to engage with all our MPs and make sure that the agriculture bill that will be coming forward is fit for purpose, and to ensure that the trade negotiations that will be happening in the future make sure that the agriculture is an important part of that and not left as a scapegoat as some people have feared in the past. We're also obviously very excited by the prospect of looking at how we can help on the environment side of things and net zero that was announced at the conference last year. So we want to push that forward and let people know how we can actually be positive when it comes to the environment and climate change.
So James, what are some of the local issues that you're hearing about from members in Gloucestershire at the moment?
Well, rather pertinent at the moment, obviously, is down to the weather. I mean, the weather has caused some absolutely awful issues. Flooding has obviously been a huge problem in certain areas of the county, and generally everyone's ground has been so wet and saturated with the rainfall that we've had. Remarkable rainfall since about the middle of September. Crops that haven't been planted, a real struggle to harvest. It's been a really hard work for the membership to cope with this, and we're looking to support them as much as we possibly can with the issues on flooding and soil structure and everything, and what's the effect is going to be going forward with crops, and next year what's established and what there is to sell after next harvest. We're also hearing issues about rural crime, and that's sort of covering things, obviously theft, which is on the increase in certain areas of the county, but also the issue of hare coursing and fly tipping, which is a nuisance that we still don't seem to be able to get rid of.
So James, you've obviously had some good news about the science regarding the effectiveness of the TB eradication strategy and all the work that members have been putting into that in Gloucestershire. What are your reflections on that and what it means for members?
Well, I think it's fantastically positive news for us, isn't it? Because the amount of time, effort, money that the members have put into this strategy has finally shown some reward, and it's something that we can take to the MPs and say that this strategy is actually working, and it's very good for the farmers and members to see the positive effects it's had. So it's really good news, and hopefully it gives us a good reason to be able to push forward in the coming years.
Looking at the year ahead, 2020, awful lot on the horizon, on the plate, potentially with the NFU. What are the key things that you're looking at?
Well, I guess that things could be quite fast-paced on the political scene. So what we'll be looking to do is make sure that the agriculture bill actually reflects food production. We've obviously had an extremely difficult autumn-winter period. It looks like production for this coming harvest could be quite affected by that. So I think it's very important that we make sure that the politicians understand how important it is that an agriculture bill supports farming industry and helps us with producing as much food as we possibly can in this country.